Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Shadow870 from the legendary Train Bosses clan on Modern Warfare 3. And today is going to be the second episode of my series called Call of Duty Analysis, where I give you guys a gameplay from someone and I analyze what they do. So today we're going to be analyzing Noodleman45. He's using the G36 suppressed, and I got some interesting things to say about this game. He's playing on Erosion, the new free drop content, and I actually kind of like that they added that for the free drop. Now, as you guys can see, he goes straight down the line on the hotspot. This is a very close range map. You see the enemy immediately, and he heads into the big tower right in the middle because he knows the enemy is going to be coming from all points of view. And look, bam, the enemy comes first, and then another enemy comes, and he just picks him off one by one and then gets an assist. So he goes ahead and he picks 3 enemies off there, and I think about yeah, he gets another kill. And I like how he goes immediately to the hotspot and just takes it. He takes the hotspot and he controls it. Now this time the enemy knows exactly where he is because he's been killed, and he gets unlucky and gets stuck with the Semtex. But it's okay because he's gonna go straight. He's gonna go ahead and place a C4. I don't know why he places it there. And then he stops for some reason. I have no clue why he stopped. He never told me so. Now he's gonna go from the side. He's gonna go ahead and pick the enemies off from the side of the hotspot, and he gets a little inaccurate and he fails majorly, but it's okay. He has C4 and he misses. He uses a lot of C4 in this game. He gets a couple kills with the C4 actually. And this game is mostly induced with the hotspot. He goes after this one tower a whole lot, like a bunch. If this was my gameplay, I would probably do the same, but I wouldn't go straight in the tower. He picks someone off right there, coming through, and then he picks someone off again, camping in the tower, and then he can't get that guy. And, well, no, yeah, he can't get that guy, so he shoots him with an RPG. And then he dies because the enemy comes into the hotspot and they take him out because they know he's there. So he's going to go right back into the hotspot. And just so you guys know, if any of you have seen my Sniping with Shadow 870 segment, Noodleman is the leader of our clan. And I just wanted to let you guys know that before we got into too much. He's, as you guys can still see, he's in the big tower, picking enemies off, and he doesn't realize that the enemies are behind him because, as everybody knows, the hotspots are the biggest things ever. So he does a C4 check. You guys have heard of a stun check. Well, that was a C4 check. A lot different, but it works for him, so it doesn't really bother me. Another C4 check to make sure no one's up there. Someone does happen to be up there. And he kills that guy with a little bit of payback, and he gets up in the tower. And notice how this is going to happen each time. He gets up in the tower, and he looks to pick people off, alright? And then he gets picked off from behind, because there's no way of him to protect himself. But, nonetheless, don't fear. Noodleman is here. He's coming back to the hotspot yet again, but this time he's picking people off from afar. What I would recommend is keep doing that. Know where the enemy is spawning on which side of the tower, and just pick him off from the opposite side. Probably that's what I would do instead of running straight in the tower. But his team seemed to not be able to control that hotspot too well. The enemy is just waltzing right in, taking out everyone. And right here he gets a nice double kill coming down the hotspot and coming down the big lane, and he goes back and he gets owned. He gets pooped on because his enemy did a little Michael Jackson sidestep, and so he goes right back to the thing, and he's aiming down the line. Chaos, another guy in our clan, throws a C4 up there. It says whoop, boom, and then another C4 check, but this time it kind of fails with the placement. But don't worry, he gets killed. And this is a lot where everything happens in this hotspot. I mean, with Erosion, you kind of would figure that this is where everything would happen. And he's grabbing the kills and the confirms and denies when he needs to up in here. And he's doing pretty well, but he keeps getting hit from the blind side in this hotspot because of the fact that everyone wants to go there, and he doesn't have any protection up there, like a claymore or maybe you know, something. He sees this guy up in the corner, he takes him out, and basically there's not a whole lot of stun checking or not a whole lot of corners or, you know, anything like that. This is just a lot of shooting down the line and getting your target and pretty much securing yourself up in this spot. If you're gonna go up here, this is not my recommended gameplay. I would probably flank them, maybe hit them from the side. And that was a nice C4 kill, I will admit. He saw that guy coming up the stairs, and he was like, "Bitch, don't go up there." And I would flank them, come from the sides, and kind of just like get them, like that, like come from the left or the right and shoot them from the side. That would be my gameplay, or maybe shoot him straight down the line. But this is Noodleman's gameplay. He finally sees the guy in the tower, but the guy has the advantage because he has cover, and Noodleman doesn't have a whole lot of cover in that situation. So he goes straight back to where he is, and this time he shoots an RPG up in there, gets a hit marker with an RPG. I find that hard to believe. He sees the guy bail out of the tower because that guy is smart and he doesn't want to die today, and he kills a guy with Dead Man's Hand. Dead Man's Hand is the most noobish perk ever, by the way, just letting you guys know. And he gets killed by a guy coming in the building for like the bazillionth time today. And he comes straight back at him, and he dies again because people are in that building. Oh yeah, and Teo. If any of you just saw Teo, he's in the clan too. We got a lot of people in our clan. And he's heading up the ladder right now. And he gets some hit markers, so he knows the guy's up in there, and he dies yet again because that time he just didn't have any assistance. He was all alone there. But don't worry, because he has this guy right here. And I think the G36 is one of the most underrated weapons in the game. This is just it's lame how it's so underrated. He got that guy in a headshot, and he's flanking around the side, and that prolongs his life just a little bit more, so we can go ahead and get another kill. And then this is where his actually no, he places his C4 down there, but he used it a little too early. He should have used it when he started getting shot at. He should have like immediately just used it and took out the enemy, so that wouldn't happen. And he goes back to the hotspot. He goes back to the tower to come back at him again. He knows where this guy is, but he can't get him because the guy is hiding up with cover. So he goes straight back at the hotspot, and he sees, I think that's a remote sentry. And this guy takes him out because he just got pooped on. He was getting prone. He was a little too immobile. And he sees this sentry, and you know what? Noodleman's like, I'm gonna take this shit out, but I can't. And then his teammate steals the knife, and he's like, what the fuck? his teammate stole the. That's funny. He takes the guy out from the watchtower part, from the little window, and he sees another guy coming through. So he's like, all right, I know this guy's there. But the guy goes right through the other door, and he goes ahead and goes to the other window, and bam, the enemy comes right in, and they shoot him out. Now, luckily, his team is going positive. I think that's the difference in this game, is him going positive. But as you can see here in a second, him and his teammates started getting raped, and they start not being able to collect as many dog tags. And he gets a cheap little RPG kill, a really, really cheap one. Oh my gosh. And the score went from 48 to 40 to 48 to 45 right now, and his team is just getting pooped on right now. The other team is making a comeback, and he needs to put this game in the bag. He needs to get those last two things. I don't know why he placed a tactical insertion there. I don't know what he's doing right now, actually. And 49 to 47 is clutch time. All you guys need is one more, and you get it. And they do. Noodleman gets the final confirm, and I think the difference in this game is that he went positive, and he was able to get more dog tags out there, and a lot of his team went positive too. And the biggest lesson for you guys today is control the hotspot. If you want to control the hotspot, you don't want the hotspot to control you. Well, that's about it for today, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and you guys know it helps out a lot. I think that tomorrow we'll be doing the awesome adventures of death in my Skyrim series, and I think you guys will really enjoy that series. I know I have enjoyed making the first episode, and yeah, guys, peace.